Good afternoon, everyone. My topic is water demand prediction using support vector machine regression. Next slide. Mujahid. These are the contents which I'm going to present. So coming to the introduction part. Here, introduction part. Here, water demand prediction is essential to analyze the requirement that indicate emergency state for water management decisions. So, water is the important factor for the economic and social development, where it plays a very important role to maintain health, generate energy, the growth of agricultural products, create opportunities, and manage the environment. Availability of water management impacts for each individual from growing industries to the poor villages. This paper explores the water usage data for dairy plants to understand the temporal patterns for future water requirements to optimize the water demand estimation. In this work, we are using support vector machine algorithm because it can solve both linear and non-linear problems and work well for many practical problems. Water prediction is a non-linear and non-stationary function which are influenced by various factors such as geographical and climatic conditions, and water utilization is different fields for various purposes like weather forecasting. Water demand prediction is the application that is made by collecting quantitative data which are measured from different consumption units meters from the water distribution network facilities in each region around the world. So next slide. Hello. In literature survey, first paper is water demand prediction using artificial neural networks and support vector machine. It is established in the year 2015. This paper is to compare the efficiency of two computational intelligence techniques in water demand forecasting. It is necessary to implement mechanism and system that can be employed to predict both short-term and long-term water demands. This performance is measured against the generalization ability of the two techniques in water demand prediction. The second paper is about improving short-term urban water demand forecast with reforecast analog assembles. It is established by the year 2018. In this study, for the first time, the analog forecast based on the GEF, that is Global Assemble Forecast System, reforecast was applied to improve the urban water demand forecast. To better tailor the weather forecast to local use, this research evaluated derivatives of different weather variables which are directly related to a particular sectorial need. Third paper. Next slide. Hello. Third paper is about predictive uncertainty estimation in water demand forecasting using the model conditional processor. This is established by the year 2018. In this paper, we demonstrate how to verify the correctness of the estimate predictive probability, which is an essential step towards correct expected losses estimates in views of decision making. The variation of the water consumption pattern during the days and week is due to several factors. And last paper is about enhanced water demand analysis, a symbolic approximation based forecasting framework. It is established by the year 2019. This paper proposes the development of a novel approach on top of the previously mentioned plethora on possible methodologies to analyze water demand. The main advantage of this proposal is to support further methodologies to analyze water demand at several supply areas. Next slide. Coming to the procedure, data analysis helps to understand the nature of the data. The analysis of this study is based on the water usage data that was recorded in the dairy industries, which can be used for finding out more information from the historical data. These data can be compared with real data for predicting. The multidisciplinary field of data science combines the study of data using a statistical method, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and database technology. This work uses 90 days of daily consumption to find the actual requirement of water demand with respect to the average demand in the dairy industry. Next slide. Here we can see the table of daily consumption of water usage. In a given industry, consumption units record the water used for processing, which has been used as a data set. The data contains water consumed in liters per day. After the acquisition of data sets for time series model, any missing data is pre-processed if required, then modeled for machine learning algorithm. These consumptions data were collected from 3 different unit types such as Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3. This table showing the information of total consumption of each unit per day per liter in the industry in a given time. Next slide. So coming to the proposed system, this figure is about the model flow of the water demand prediction. By obtaining the proper data from the model, the process data can be analyzed for further estimation. Here we can see the 5 steps. That is, first step is requirement analysis. Here, requirement analysis. Here we are going to analyze the requirement of water. The usage of this is very crucial to efficiently manage the water utilities and meet the growing demand in industrial areas. Second step is about data collection. At this phase, the data is collected from the flow meter. It is for accurate analysis. It is appropriate for basic need to collect the data. And third phase is design phase. After the collection of data, the model of design using the time series data for water consumption. At this phase, the data collected is filtered for analysis. Now, now process data is used for the next step. Fourth step is prediction phase. In this phase, an effective prediction technique is selected to predict the process data to get accuracy in predicted result. And the final step is analysis phase. In this phase, the main objective of the prediction is to analyze the operation according to the predicted data. The analysis of this is based on the water usage data. This work is to find the actual requirement of water demand with respect to the average demand in the daily industry. Next slide. In methodology, here we are using support vector machine algorithm. It puts the original data into a higher dimension using linear mapping. Although inserting the kernel function could add another dimension to this powerful technique, making it possible for regression analysis. The explanatory variables as time series data are the input vectors, playing a major role as support of the training models. Compared with a non-linear method, SVM requires relatively few samples and goal is to minimize structural risk. Next. The graph is showing time series model of consumption. It represents the usage pattern over the time series model obtained with respect to the data. After establishing the time series horizon model, it can be observed that there is not much variation in the trend with respect to the time. In order to do in-depth analysis of the model, it can be broken down into the daily usage to hourly pattern. Next slide. Next slide is evaluation method. Using supervised learning of support vector machine regression technique, the water consumption from different units are used as the input data set. The purpose of the SVR model is used as both the regression and classification can be performed. SVR work efficiently on small samples of training and testing set. For the processing of the data set, radial basis function RVF kernel is used. Next. Here, figure 4 displaying the actual versus predicted hourly water consumption. And in figure 5, we can see the observed versus predicted monthly water consumption. And in the figure 6 is a bar graph showing the actual versus predicted daily water consumption. It is observed that the SVR model predicted almost close to the real value. In this experiment, the data collected is used to determine the 10 days estimation of test data set. At first, 80 days observation were used for training model and the remaining was chosen as the testing data set. In order to validate the predicted data, the training data were first analyzed and were recorded for actual and predicted consumption. For building the model, time difference data is applied. To make it more categorical, the data set was categorized into weekdays and weekends. For this case, each hour of the day is the for this case, each hour of the day is a categorical variable with shift base. In the analysis, consumption less than 400 liters per hour is considered as minimum and above 900 liters per hour as maximum. Since um, since this is time series requirement is the predict to next hours as well as total consumption in a daily and monthly scenario. Usually the length of the work shift is dairy farm have to run 24 hours depending on industry's schedule. Next slide. So coming to the result and discussion, here the graph is showing about the actual water consumption in liters with respect to the predicted water consumption in liters. From the total sample data set, 85% of the observation were used as the training data and tested with 15% samples. There are several type of models that can be used to build the time series forecasting in machine learning. The time series model displayed the data to be stationary and had similar pattern over the period of time when the usage pattern was observed. To understand the accuracy of the predicted value, comparison is performed between predicted consumption with the actual consumption of the time series for hourly and daily. Overall predict align with the actual values. The defined model predicts the difference in values between time steps, which provides more strong test results. Time series data observed tend to be correlated in time, which exhibits a significant autocorrelation. To be more precise, the model accuracy in evaluated by plotting the actual versus predicted value as shown in the figure. Next slide. Now coming to the discussion part, calculating the error matrix, that is R square, and analyze the obtained R square value. The MSE, that is metric mean squared error, measures average square difference between estimated and actual value, and the RMSE, that is root mean squared error measure, predict the average hourly water consumption in the test set within 72.33 of the real value. The obtained R square score of 0.849, which is good match for the real and predicted consumption values. Therefore, an average the water usage ranges from 400 liter to 1000 liter per hour. This model fitted the predicted value much closer. Next slide. Advantages are, in this study, we are estimating water consumption for heavy duty trucks. These data can be compared with real data for predicting. When compared to a neural network, SVR method provides greater accuracy. Next is it can efficiently predict and estimate the water demand is the key application. Implement is cheaper and it is time consuming. Last one is it can often provides predictive accuracy. Drawbacks are the inclusion of several seasonalities is quite complicated. Next, the fitting of horizons are not very large. SVR method provides greater accuracy for the learning process of the data compared to ANN, that is artificial neural network. but it provides with lesser data set. It is computationally expensive. Next slide. Finally, the conclusion part. This paper attempted to model the predicted consumption of the water using SDR related with the water usage pattern from a dairy industry for production. Next, water compared with a neural network, the SDR model provided greater accuracy. This model showcased the total consumption, which demonstrated the water usage for the industry in order to understand the required water supply. In future, more characterization can be taken into the consideration to build more accurately model. Next. Thank you, ma'am.